Oh, what it is? Oh, what's up? Chelsea Nicole got a new video coming up. Hi, you guys. It's your girl, Chelsea Nicole, and I am here with a new video. What is good? As you can see, I have already started on my hair because the focus is not really of my hair. We're just going to be chit-chatting while I do my hair. So I'm doing mini twists with coils. I got this idea from Chocolates here on YouTube. I will link her video down below. Be sure to go check her video out. So basically it's a twist and a coil at the end. I'm using Mael Pomegranate and Honey Curl Refresher Spray and the Twisting Souffle. I was just over doing my hair, so I'm gonna be doing these and I'm gonna let this marinate for a couple of weeks. So before we get into this chat, like, how y'all been doing? Like, with everything that's going on, how are y'all feeling, like, mentally? I know I was feeling rather drained because 2020 has been quite a year, if I must say the least. It's really been quite a year because first COVID-19. Let's start there. You know what? Next year I'm turning 25 again because this year was a dud, okay? A straight up dud because of COVID-19. Let's start there. And then, even though COVID-19 isn't over, they're just opening stuff back up because the economy can't take being closed much longer. Because if you thought COVID-19 was done, you're sadly mistaken. It definitely ain't done. It definitely still out there. Like, don't let them fool you. But yeah, so with COVID-19, then the police brutality, the protests, all of that, how are y'all feeling? Make sure y'all take some time to yourself. Like, if you need to take a break from social media, do that. Take a break, because I know as soon as you get on there and start scrolling, the first thing that you see, well, the main thing that you see is like the craziness that's going on in the world. And yes, it's good that awareness is being brought to the craziness that we have to deal with. It is great. But sometimes you just want to not, see that. You want to, just chill. Your mental state is very, very, very important. So, if you need to take time away, do that. If you want to help, the best way you can help is by making sure that you are okay mentally. There's this old saying, you cannot pour from a cup that is empty. Should I repeat that? I will. You cannot pour from a cup that is empty. And what I take from that statement is you got to make sure that you have something to give. You can't drain yourself helping others to the point where you forget about yourself and there's nothing left of you. So yeah, make sure that y'all are finding time to do things that you enjoy doing, whatever that may be. Find time to take care of yourself, self-care, and all that. So let's talk about these protests. It's been a long time coming. We have been fighting police brutality for years. Hundreds of years. The system is set up against us, and people don't understand that. They actually work hard to misunderstand that. I had to explain to myself to people who are bent on not understanding. I'm over it. So it's 2020. I'm not going to be doing that. But it's 2020. We're still fighting issues that some of our great-great-great-grandparents were fighting. Shoot, some of our great-grandparents and grandparents were fighting these issues, but we're still fighting them. There's still issues in 2020. And that's why I hate the whole, oh, slavery happened so long ago, get over it. Get over it. It happened so long ago. I'm still reaping the repercussions of slavery, but you want us to get over it? 9/11 happened in, was that 2001? I was like in kindergarten when that happened. I am now 25. How old are you in kindergarten? Like 5 or 6? That was 20 years ago. That's a long time ago. But we're going to remember that, right? I'm confusion here. Why are we forgetting slavery? Are we forgetting slavery because downhill slide is still going? Is that why we're forgetting it? Because it has transformed into something else? Is that why we're forgetting it? Because you don't want us to know what it transformed into? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. It just baffles me. Another thing that baffles me is people saying, you know, all lives matter. It was this tweet on Twitter. They were saying, all lives matter, people need to listen to this analogy. So the analogy was, your house is on fire, but the fire truck is going to stop at all houses because all houses matter. They're not just going to stop at the house that's on fire. That doesn't make sense, right? You need to stop at the house that is on fire. What are you going to hose down a house that's not on fire for? And that's the thing. All lives do matter. We're not saying that they don't. We're just saying that there is an issue when it comes to Black lives. When it comes to Black lives mattering. When it comes to us being, receiving basic human rights, there's a problem. So of course we're not going to stop with all lives, because all lives are not under attack right now. Let's start there. And I'm here for the protests. I'm semi here for the riots, but I will say all the riots don't have anything to do with Black Lives Matter. There are agitators out there who are using this moment to try to paint the protesters into something that they're not. Trying to be like, oh, well, you see the protesters are doing this, they're doing that, they're thugs, they're criminals, this, that, and the third. Because on the media, when you see most of the rioters and looters, they're showing Black people. They're not showing everybody, because it's not just Black people out there doing that. Let's start there. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Another thing, like, how do y'all feel about the cops, joining in with the protesters, kneeling with the protesters, trying to show solidarity? For me, personally, I feel like if it's ingenuine, keep it. Like, because some of these same cops who were kneeling with the protesters, a few days, a few hours, a few whatever later, they're back to attacking innocent protesters. So pick a side. Buddy, pick a side. And yes, I know, not all cops are bad cops. When I was in elementary or middle school or whatever, they used to have the prisoners come talk to the students to try to, you know, tell them not to go down the wrong path and whatnot. They were very adamant in letting us know to watch who you surround yourself with, because the hand of one is the hand of all. If you get caught doing something bad with somebody else, even though you're not doing anything bad, you get caught up with them. So since the police is telling us that, why does that not apply to them? Yes, not all cops are bad, but you're caught up in the midst of cops who are doing stuff bad. The hand of one is the hand of all, right? Oh, okay. It don't apply to y'all. Okay. It's crazy. Like I said, this has been going on for so long. It's a shame that we're still fighting for basic rights, for us to be treated like human beings. You know, as a Black person, it is scary to leave your house and do anything, because even if you're doing the right thing, there's a possibility that you might not come back home. And yeah, I know there are people love to say, oh, well, there's Black on Black crime. You're right. There is Black on Black crime, but I never heard Black on Black crime that Black person killed other Black person because they were Black. Have you? Have you heard that? Have you heard of a Black person killing another Black person because they're Black? I'll wait. So it was I've done a lot of purging of my social media. Let's just say that. But there was Black people saying, well, you know, if you do the right thing, if you listen to what the cops are saying, all of this wouldn't be happening. What? Because there have been cases where people are following the instructions given to them by cops and they still got shot. They're still not here today. Their name became a hashtag and they were doing what the cops said. Come again? Say what? Okay. All right. You're right. It really puzzled me that came out of a Black person's mouth. A lot of people are showing their true colors, and that baffles me as well. Well, it doesn't baffle me. It doesn't surprise me, because I know, you know, just because we did gain some basic rights, the feelings did not go away that the white people had for us. You're not born racist. It's taught. So they're teaching their children what they were taught. And it's just going down. Racism is in the system. And that's why it's all about breaking down this system. Like, because there's just no way we're going to get a change from a system that is built within racism. No way. You can do all the marches. You can, you know, make all the signs, but we have to break the system. For me personally, I think we need to take accountability, start voting. Some people think presidential election is the only election that matters. Some people think their vote doesn't matter. Well, yeah, Sherlock, if you don't vote, it don't matter. But if you vote, you have somewhat of a say on who's in office, who's going to be making your laws in your who's going to be making the laws in your state, who's going to be helping pass that stuff. So yeah, voting is important. I don't like that rhetoric either. Get out and vote. Like, don't sit on your tail. Get out and vote. By the time this video goes up, voting will be done happen in South Carolina, and I hope everyone who is watching this video went out and used their vote. You know, our ancestors died for the right to vote, and you're telling me you don't want to vote because your vote doesn't matter? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, because that just sounds stupid, don't you think? I think so. Good. One thing good that I think came out of this, a lot of, people were sharing Black-owned businesses. It was a lot of Black-owned things that I didn't even know existed. But now that I do, I am here for it. Like, I've been wanting to switch to, more Black-owned stuff because keep the money in our community. These people want to take our money, but they don't want to treat us like human beings. They want to think all lives matter when, our lives are at stake right now. So yeah, I've been wanting to switch over my dollar, switch over to more Black-owned businesses. So this did give me the opportunity to learn of more Black-owned businesses than I knew of. And I am so here for that. So here for that. Because the only way that I feel we're going to bring about change is we have to get their attention. We're going to get their attention if we take that Black dollar and put it in our communities. Spend it on Black-owned things. Yeah, that's definitely going to get their attention. Like, that's one way we're going to come about change. Get their attention. Stop putting your money into businesses who could care less about us. But all skin folk ain't kin folk, so remember that. But these 2020 has been a stressful year, and it's only halfway through the year. I'm just hoping the latter will be greater, because we've had COVID-19, killer hornets, more police brutality. Oh, another thing. There's people who were like, oh, all this ruckus over one Black man who got killed by one cop. Are you stupid? Do you live under a rock? Do you live under the sea? Because, sweetheart, there has been more than one Black man, Black woman killed by a cop. And that's just the stuff that we know about. But that infuriates me, because there are so much more going on than we really know about. I didn't know about the Breonna Taylor case until recently. That happened at the beginning of the year, and I'm just now learning about it. Her murderers still haven't been charged. This happened at the beginning of the year. So how many other cases have been ruled accidental, suicidal, or whatnot, when it really wasn't? We need to debunk this situation. We really do. This video is getting kind of lengthy, so I'm gonna just finish my hair off camera, and I'm gonna come back when I am done with my hair and do some final remarks on this whole situation. Your girl is tired. I do need to go back through and fix some of the coils, but it's midnight and I'm tired. But to finish the current events little chit chat, I just hope that when it dies down, I hope that people are still out there working to get a change, whether it's in the forefront or not, because it's sad that this has been going on for this long, and it just does not need to keep on going on. Comment below how y'all are feeling about the situation, you know, how you're feeling about the protests, the riots, COVID-19. Just comment whatever below. Also, as I said before, I'm done explaining the situation to people who are dead bent on not understanding. So if you do not agree with me, just don't say anything, because if you say anything off or crazy, you're getting blocked, period. My videos are usually not this serious, so you know, if you want to see more hair related stuff, just hit that subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified whenever I post new videos, and I will see y'all in the next video.